I'm going to keep this quick. You know, I listened to Loyiso Kola. I'm not sure which radio station he was on, but I remember mentioning this. I think I was sitting with Tusiabulela Nganga on the panel show. I think. Could have been him. Yeah, I think it was him. And Loyiso Kola spoke about living in and working in London and the infrastructure and, more importantly, the transport. And ever since then, it's been ringing in my head, this whole concept of how... Sure. No, thank you. Sorry, I'm working with the crew here. We're about to film a sit down with it's going to come out soon. You'll check it out. Loyiso Kola was re-emphasizing something that a lot of us learned in economics. The concept that an economy is the movement of goods and services. And if you cannot move goods and services in a space, i.e. also human beings, you cannot build an economy. There are a lot of big infrastructure projects that are being done or that have been tabled for the African continent. If you ever are a fan of Rand Merchant Bank, they raise a lot of funding. There's the Grand Inga Dam project. Please check it out. There was, I think it's an Eastern Corridor, I stand to be corrected, but a huge railway system that's being set up in the east of Africa for trade. There's been the Cape to Cairo railway, I think, corridor for the longest time ever. And some other huge projects. Now, I'm raising this because Winston Innes sent me a DM on Instagram, and it was a clip of a lady speaking about how difficult it is for ordinary Africans to travel to other African countries. And we speak about intra-African trade all the time. African Union and other politicians are always screaming about, we need to remove bureaucratic red tape, and they don't fucking mean it. Now, this is why I'm feeling a bit, a bit hyped about this thing. If we're going to create a first world economy in South Africa on the African continent, Africa being seen as the last frontier, it is going to be incumbent upon us to focus our fucking energy on world-class infrastructure. In South Africa, we've got the buses, which are subsidized by government. We've got the railway networks, Transnet, which the government and the ANC have fucking destroyed. We have got, obviously, private buses. I think the Greyhound is now shut down, unfortunately, during COVID. We have got planes, of which every other year, like some of these Mango, Gulula, some of these guys shut down for whatever reason. Now, people have spoken about a speed train between Johannesburg and Durban. It needs to be done. We need a speed train between Richards Bay and Durban. We need speed trains between Richards Bay, Durban, East London, PE, Cape Town. For human beings, they must be super fucking fast. And then for goods. And then we need very fast trains between Mpumalanga and the coast, the Northwest, Limpopo and the coast, because a lot of our minerals are shipped in that way. We need to speak about the taxi industry, which has monopolized a lot of the routes and the roads, and we need to find a way to either dismantle or work around them. I can't explain this. Yeah, maybe I'm just running out of words because I'm actually excited. I'm thinking, if you want to be a dollar billionaire on the African continent, you're going to have to build speed railway networks. You're going to have to build cheap flights. You're going to have to find a way to mastermind taxis, minibus taxis, maybe build trams, maybe find some fancy buses. Because if we're not moving stuff from the rural areas, from the townships, to the cities, to the harbors, to the airports, and if we're not building airports, we can't build a super economy. And then we need to break down all the barriers around the African continent. And we need to be able to ship stuff, fly stuff to Lagos within 5 hours, to Egypt and Cairo within 5-10 hours. But it needs to be quick. Like what Pep Paxi has done, I think they moved over 4 million, 2 million or 4, I think it's over 4 million products in 2022. Shout out to Christo Visa and the team at Pepco. Like, if we're not thinking of moving goods and services in the fastest way possible and masterminding whether we're using drones or whether we're getting kids on bicycles or something, we cannot build an economy. An economy is built at the speed of servicing goods and services outside of just the internet. We need to get to work.